Yo, what's going on, guys? BS Gaming here, bringing you another Grand Cross video. Now, in this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more of an informational video rather than gameplay. So I'm making this video because I want to help out beginners or people who want to start the game but they're not sure where to go, or how to take the first steps to playing the game. And this is one of the very few ways that can help you progress, and it'll help you when you get dupes for characters. So in this video, I'm going to go over the best basic units to 6-6 when you're playing the game. And by basic units, I mean units that are first units that were to release to the game, right? Or one of the very first few units that released with the game. So for example, one of the best units to 6-6 would be this Red Arthur. Red Arthur is amazing all around. He really helps with mono red, with the Red Escanor and Red Gauther team. He is a great unit, right? His unique is insane. It increases allies HP related stats by 15%, so that's really good. He's one of the best units to 6-6 if none other catches your eye. He is really good. I have him 6-6 on my account. He's so good overall as an amazing support, especially with his skill 2 card, his Royal Sword. And then once it's at rank 3, it removes debuffs, gives you immunity debuff, and it increases your basic stats by 30%. So it's safe to say that he is one of the best support characters in the game thus far, right? At least on the global side of things, right? So he's amazing, and if you're just starting the game, I would highly recommend, if you get dupes of King Arthur, I would 6-6 him. He's fantastic. You're gonna use him in the long run, and he hasn't really aged as much because he's still useful with the mono red. I'm sure once more units come out, he'll be slowly replaced, but this right here is just, it's probably going to be timeless because this just does so much, right? It gives you increased stats, removes debuffs, gives you immunity. It does a lot. The only thing is it's best used with the Red Gauther, where he would fall short. But even if you don't have Red Gauther, he's still good in general. He has an amazing attack damage for a unit that came out upon release for the global version side of things, right? He has an amazing ultimate skill, crit chance increase, right? Very, 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 very good. Okay, he's just one of the few. The next unit I would say that you should work on getting 6-6 would be Hauser. Hauser is insane. He is really, really good. He's actually a unit that I slept on when I played JP, back when JP was the only version available. I got him, but I didn't really I didn't build him, I didn't focus on him, I just had him in my box collecting dust. But when Global came out, it was different. Global came out, I could actually see what I was doing, right? When JP came out, I wasn't really informed on him with his pierce rate, but once I saw that he has 3 times pierce rate damage, and that's an AoE, I worked on him. He's really, really good, right? And then this skill is not talked about as much because it's not really that incredible, but it is still a very good card, right? Hauser in general is a very, very good AoE unit. He's really good. He also has his unique, which increases human allies basic stats by 8%. So if you're somehow using Arthur and him all on the same team, they'll give each other buffs, and all human allies that you have on the team as well. So really, really good, right? His ultimate is insane because it decreases skill ranks and then depletes the ultimate move gauge by the number of skill rank depleted, right? So it's literally just really insane. I mean, sometimes you might get skills that don't de-rank, but even so, it's still an AoE and it's gonna do a lot of damage, especially when it's combined with Gil Thunder, right? So again, he's one of the units you want to 6-6. Do not sleep on Hauser, please. He's really good, especially when he's paired up with Blue Lilia and Blue Demon Meliodas. He's one of the very few units in the game that have a pierce rate increase AoE that you can actually use. Really, really good, right? He's one of the very few units in the game, and he's also one of the very few units in the game that have amazing AoE and all his skills, all of them. There's no single hitting target for him, right? So he's really, really good. PvP nowadays, he's he's fallen off a little bit. I still see Hauser's here and there, but he's definitely not what he used to be back when the Pierce rate team was insane, right? So again, really, really good. You definitely want to work on him. You definitely want to 6-6 him. So yeah, just amazing overall unit. So the next unit we're gonna go on to is Red Halberm. Now, Red Halberm is Red Halberm is, I don't want to say he's like toxic, but when you use him with King and Gowther, then that team, the Kingbrum team, is toxic in itself. But Halberm is an amazing unit, right? He does a lot. He depletes ultimate gauges with this skill right here, and then at rank 3, it depletes 3 ultimate gauges. So it's similar to Green Merlin, and it does really, really good damage on top of it. Seeing as how he's red, any green that gets in his way will just pretty much have their money cut out from them, right? Work cut out for them. They're gonna be trying to somehow beat him, but Halberm, again, I don't know what they were thinking when they made this unit, because then he also has this, which petrifies enemies. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, it's insane how good Halberm is. And this is the problem when he's linked up with King and Gowther, because Blue King also has Petrify. So if you have they can literally petrify the whole team. It's insane, right? It's insane. If you get him, don't sleep on him. He's one of the better units in the game. Again, Kingbrum isn't as toxic as it was in JP. When this team first arrived on JP, I still remember this. When the Kingbrum team was first made on JP, I literally could not play. I legit couldn't play PvP. It was just so cancer, because Halberm would literally deplete your ultimate gauge, petrify you. King would petrify you. Gowther ring. It was all over the place. So he is really good. Again, Kingbrum team isn't as crazy as it was on JP, but it's still very toxic. Don't get it twisted. It's still very toxic, right? And then his unique is really good. Increases basic stats by 5% per surviving ally. So I'm actually not sure if it counts for him, but if it does, that's a 15% increase to basic stats. If not, 10%. It's just, he's really good overall. Don't sleep on him. Very, very good unit. And his ultimate is an AoE, which cancels buffs and stances. So again, he has a lot of usage. He has very, very good damage output. He has very good team synergy with King or Blue King and Red Gowther. So do not sleep on him. Definitely a very, very good unit. And then let's go to the next one. Where is she? I actually don't have her built up. And that would be where? Oh, there she is. That'd be Green Jericho. Now, Green Jericho is really good, right? Although she's not useful in PvP as much. Maybe you can use her, but in PvP she's not as useful. Her usefulness and utility comes for the guild boss. It comes for the Super Hawk event when it comes out again, right? Just to see how much damage she can do. It also comes for final bosses in some regard, right? But her real like kit is in the lost my train of thought here. Her real kit is in the guild boss. She's really good. You want to make sure she's 6'6", and this is mainly because when she's linked to someone who has an association with her, she's gonna give them like massive amps, because she is a very, very good unit. She has very good crit chance, especially combined with her unique, which gives her 10% more per skill use. So yeah, she's good. She has no like cap on this. So don't get it twisted. Green Jericho can deal out that damage, especially with this one right here with weak point. She's really, really good because she has bleed, which procs her weak point when she uses it against another unit. So don't sleep on Jericho. She's really good, right? She also has the silent split, her ultimate, right? It does good crit damage increase to she's good. Hands down, she's good. You want to make sure if you get dupes of her, put them into her. Do not waste them. You want to make sure she's 6'6". All these units that I've mentioned, you want to make sure they're 6'6", right? There's no reason why you shouldn't 6'6" them, because even on JP's side of things, they can all still be useful. They also have their usefulness, even though they basically came out when the game started or around that time, right? They're all really, really good. And as far as any of the other units go, I'm not really sure. Besides those 4, I'm not really sure that there's any more in the list. Like maybe this Green King. Maybe Green King you want to do for fun in PvP. You can max out his ultimate. I haven't, right? I'm probably not going to because I don't really use Green King except for when I need him. So again, those 4 are probably going to be your top priority, right? Because then you got Gil Thunder and you got Grayamore, but they're not like anything special, right? This red Gil Thunder, as of this recording, he's good because the weekly rule of the stance, like when you use a stance, you take 50% less damage. But like other than that, he's not that great in all honesty. So even if you get dupes, I mean, it's up to you. You want to put dupes into him, that's just cool, right? Whatever. You can put dupes into him, but I mean, he's one of the units that I would say you can like just keep his dupes for either the Super Awakening system, or you can keep them to, I don't know, just keep them. He's not anything crazy. Same with this Gilia. She's not great. She has her uses. Like she's really good with Monspeed. She can really make Monspeed shine because of her Ignite, right? So, but like other than that, I mean, she can be useful on the sidelines with her unique in deathmatch, HP related percent, right? 15%, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. But like other than that, she's not crazy. She removes buffs, which is pretty useful. But again, not anything special. So it's up to you. You want to 6/6 her. I mean, it is your choice, but I would say keep the dupes. Same thing with Grayamore. He's Grayamore. I like Grayamore because he has a good kit when you pull it off. Because this right here at rank 3 increases his HP related stats by 30% and his damage up by 75%, right? And then when you use this alongside of Dreyfus, it's really good. He's actually one that I was considering 6/6 because every time you increase his ultimate, his defense related stats goes. He, like, don't get me wrong, he is definitely not a top tier unit by any means, but when he's maxed, there's not really much you can do against him when he gets his ultimate off, along with this at rank 3. Literally, there's not much you can do except if you have a unit that ignores resistance, ignores defense, and or cancels stances, right? And removes buffs. But like there are like a ton of units that can do that. But he's actually really good if you put him in the right circumstances, right? So again, all of these units, it's up to you. Other than the units that I mentioned in the video, I would say the rest of them, I wouldn't really put dupes into them because, again, with this Goddess Elizabeth, you're not going to use her a lot. You're going to use her like maybe for the final bosses, the super battle, the super final boss, whatever they call them, right? You're going to use them. You're going to use her for them. But like, I don't know. She doesn't really stick out to me. Her healing is insane, right? But like her Meliodas, I mean, maybe Meliodas, but then again, even he's not like the craziest. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, again, if you get dupes, you want to make sure that you put them in the units that I mentioned. You want to make sure you put the dupes into them, right? So they could be on the part 1. Most of them are on the part 1 banner, right? So you got Arthur here, Red Halberm, Hauser, Jericho, right? Red Merlin is iffy. If you want, I guess, mainly she's just used for freeze, but if you want, sure, right? None of the Fat Kings, not Blue Gauther, maybe Green King. I wouldn't recommend any of these 3 bands, right? Matrona Diane for Link Association, maybe, right? Either or, but like, again, not necessary. Maybe like Green. No, like, again, only the units that I mentioned are really worth it, right? And these are, again, this is for beginners, right? If you play the game in your experience, you most likely have a majority of these units 6/6 already. But for new players that want to, just coming into the game, want to know what it's about or want to know what to do with the dupes they pull, these are the units that you should prioritize beginning of game, right? So these are just basically the basic units. So This is for, you know, beginner tips, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this video. There's not much. There's various ways to pull these units. And yeah, other than that, yeah, there's nothing much to say other than that. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Grand Cross content if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.